of course, walking around you get scared.
I think more of the discrimination I've faced has more been based on like me being LGBT.
Basically, you need to educate them about how different cultures can stay together and be friendly towards each other.
Good evening, how's it going? 皆さんどうもこんにちは、TOYAです。今回は外国人への差別は日本で存在するのかというテーマについてインタビューの方をやっていきたいと思います。突然ですが、皆さんは差別と聞いて何を思い浮かべますか？ 2020 年に起こったアフリカ系アメリカ人に対する警察の残虐行為をきっかけにアメリカで広まった人種差別抗議運動は記憶に新しいと思うんですけど、このように肌の色とか国籍の違いによる人種差別、他にも学歴差別、男女差別など自分たちの身近に存在するものもあります。もっと最近で言えば、最初にコロナウイルス感染が広まった地域が中国だったことから、特に欧米の国ではアジア人への虐待や嫌がらせ、いわゆるアジアンヘイトと言われる行為が多発しているなど、世界には色々な差別が存在しています。これって全然他人事じゃなくて、自分たちの生活にすごく関わりのあることなので、もっと一人一人が真剣に考えていくべき問題だと思います。ということで今回は実際に日本に住む外国人の方は差別されているなと感じることがあるのかどうか、このテーマはすごくセンシティブなものだと思うので、もちろんインタビューさせていただく方への配慮を忘れずに慎重にインタビューの方をしていきたいと思います。それでは Let's get going!
Where are you from?
I'm from Romania.
Romania. So what about you?
I'm from Korea.
Korea. So how long have you been in Japan?
We came this year
Oh, this year.
in May.
Where are you from?
I'm from the US.
US. So how long have you been in Japan?
A little more than 3 years.
Oh, so how is your life in Japan? Is it good?
It's good. It's been interesting now.
So where are you from?
I'm from India.
India. So how long have you been in Japan?
I've been living here for about 3 years now.
3 years. So how is your life in Japan?
Yeah, pretty good. I have been traveling a lot, and yeah, I've just like work life. You know how busy it is life in Japan, right?
I'm making a video about discrimination today. In 2020, when the Black Lives Matter was leading tremendous movements, and the comments on social media in Japan was like, discrimination in Japan is not as bad as it is in the state, often popped out. But I was like, oh, is that true? So what do you think about discrimination in Japan?
I haven't seen in like the States, but of course, walking around you get stares. I don't know if they're admiration or just
Right.
because I look different.
I can't say that I've encountered anything like super direct. Like most of the people that I've like worked with and worked for have been pretty like kind. I think more of the discrimination I've faced has more been based on like me being LGBT.
I guess so. I guess probably around some public places like trains and buses.
Right.
Once I got into the train, and I went in and sat next to a Japanese person, and probably he felt like because I'm a foreigner, that person like shifted a bit, and I could feel that because he was uncomfortable sitting next to a foreigner.
Other than, I don't know, being spoken in English, even though I can speak fluently Japanese, I don't know, they don't expect to speak fluently.
In that case, how do you feel? You feel a little bit uncomfortable with kind of a situation? What do you think?
I'm fine because I can speak English as well as Japanese really well, so it's not a problem. But I kind of wonder sometimes about people that are foreigners here and learn Japanese but don't speak English.
Right.
I think it's not as bad as I was expecting it to be, but like I know friends who have definitely experienced it more so than I have.
Another case was in a bus stop, where like I was like having fun and like making jokes and laughing with my friend, and probably that kind of offended a Japanese lady, and the Japanese lady somehow like she basically left that place, and I felt like, well, we didn't do anything illegal. We were just like talking and having fun.
Right.
But I think those are the two occasions which I remember.
What is the best way to combat discrimination? What should we do?
First step is to listen to each other actively and accept that we are different. Even if we may be the same race, we are still people, we are still the same. We can be less surprised that other people want to learn about our culture.
Education, 100%.
Education.
Yeah, I
So
think.
what should we do? At school?
I think in schools and like, I think schools is probably the best place to start because I think a lot of people are raised to kind of be closed-minded. I think education that kind of would foster more open-mindedness, like not only when you're in education, but as you grow and become older.
It depends on the mindset, I would say. I think like the world is globalizing every year, right?
Yeah.
Still there are some people who do not know about other cultures. So in those cases, I think there would be some discrimination. But again, it depends on the mindset, as I said.
Yeah.
You cannot just say everybody, like let's say if one person from a certain community is discriminating against other, you cannot just generalize against that entire community.
Yeah,
There could be some person who might be like creating troubles for foreigners and discriminating.
Totally agree with you. You know, we are on the way to globalization these days, and we need a slight change of mindset to make things better.
That's right.
As you mentioned, one thing that I can say for sure is that we have to be more responsible for what we do or say as a person to be able to function in life and work. That's the best solution, I think. What is the best solution to combat discrimination?
Well, it's a difficult question because you cannot just go and say somebody to not discriminate against someone, right, from a different culture or from a different country. It doesn't work like that. It's basically you need to educate them about how different cultures can stay together and be friendly towards each other.
Right.
And in Japan especially, I feel like Japanese are a bit like they are not that welcoming towards foreigners sometimes. So in those cases they are a bit shy and they don't feel like they don't trust the foreigners. I think if they are like educated about, we also exist and we are also good human beings. So I think this is how we can change the discrimination. Of course, you cannot just come and say that, oh, don't discriminate. It doesn't work like that.
はい、ということで今回のインタビューの振り返りをやっていきたいと思います。正直差別について勉強することって日本ではあんまりないと思ってて、もちろん義務教育の中ではある程度一般教養としてのことは学びますけど、今回みたいに実際に差別を感じている方たちからリアルな声を聞く機会が自分自身にはなかったです。今回のインタビューを通して特に海外から来た方たちへの差別であったり、LGBT についてなど自分自身もっともっと勉強していく必要があるなと痛感しました。今回このようなセンシティブなトピックについて優しく答えてくださった方々、本当にありがとうございました。僕のインスタグラムと TikTok ではネイティブから学ぶ生きた英語を面白くコント形式で紹介してたり、海外の友達たちとの英語クイズなんかも毎日発信してるので、これからもっと英語学習していきたいなと思ってる方はぜひ概要欄の方からチェックの方よろしくお願いします。今回の動画を見て少しでも英語学習のモチベーションが上がったなって思ってもらえたり、英語を話せるようになって海外の友達をどんどん作っていきたいと思ってもらえた方は、いいねボタンとチャンネル登録の方よろしくお願いします。Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.